YouTube, what is going on, everybody? And in today's video, I'm going to talk about some pros and cons of PC gaming and console gaming. First of all, I want to apologize for the long delay in videos. Me and my wife just welcomed in our new sweet baby daughter, Sawyer Ray, into this world, our first baby, and she ended up going to the hospital on Sunday, and we weren't able to come home until Wednesday this week. So or last week, I'm sorry. I want to apologize for that, and thank you guys for all your support and everything. Smashing the 10 views on the last video was awesome. That's the most views I've ever had, and it feels great. So I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, and hopefully, things will get a little easier with the baby. Right now, it's a little tough, but we're gonna get through it. We'll keep grinding through it. And in the background, you're gonna see some gameplay of my live stream yesterday, playing some Apex. If you guys enjoy this video or you enjoy the gameplay in the background, please feel free to stop on by, check it out. Come on over, hit the follow button, turn that notification bell on so you know when I go live. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, a little background: I've played video games for roughly 15 to 18 years of my life, and for the most part, it's been on console. I would say probably at least 15 years on console, and then maybe 2 years on PC. They're both very different, but also this may sound weird and contradicting, very similar. So let's get into it. So some pros of PC is obviously you get your better graphics. Like I said, I've only been playing on PC for about a year or two, but the graphics on PC it's not even comparable in the difference between console. I don't have a new console, so I guess I can't really judge from there. But from the older ones, the new PC, a new PC, you can customize everything, and the graphics and the gameplay, which is my next point. The gameplay is much smoother on a PC. It just runs smoother. It's able to handle more better graphics, a higher load. I know the new consoles are getting better, but it's still not comparable in my opinion. Being able to get all the refresh rates, better ping, and everything on your PC is just much better than playing on a console. Also, with a PC, you can have unlimited customization. So, say you want a NVIDIA graphics card and a different type of PC or a different type of CPU. You can do whatever you want. Say you want to go a little cheaper on the graphics card or go a little bit more on the CPU. There's just so many different options you can do with a PC. To where on console, unfortunately, you're kind of limited to what the console has. Now, I didn't really look up the specs on the consoles because obviously, if you're watching this video, you probably already know them. But so there's that. Also, mouse and keyboard. So PC obviously is mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard can be a learning curve, and that's actually one of my cons too for PC because, like I said, playing on console for 15 years and then switching over to PC, mouse and keyboard is definitely a struggle, and it's tough to learn. I think once you figure it out, it's better. You have more control over your aim. You be more pinpoint accurate with a mouse and keyboard. So I still think that's part of a pro for it. So I would definitely say if you're willing to try something new, if you're willing to pick up a PC, gotta stick with mouse and keyboard. Don't plug a controller in. Just stick with your mouse and keyboard. Uh, let's see here. Your ability, but you can also use a controller. If you really want to, you can use a controller, and you're still going to get some of that aim assist and everything else. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're willing to make the switch over to PC, go all in and try out your mouse and keyboard. So that's some pros for PC. Let's go to some pros for console. It is so much cheaper to buy a console than it is to buy a PC. So last time I checked, I think the average price of a PlayStation 5 brand new was what, $500, $400, which that's not bad compared to a PC that a decent. I'm gonna be honest, level with you guys here. A decent PC, you're looking at probably about $1,000, and that's a decent PC. So I mean that's a lot of money, and it's an investment, But I would say if money is a part of an issue for you, I would definitely say console is the way to go because it's a lot cheaper. It can some of these new ones like the new Xbox and the new PlayStation, they can compete pretty well with some of the lower end PCs. Obviously not with the higher end ones, and the ability to customize your PC kind of overshadows that. But they're definitely making some good new stuff for sure. There's always something. There's always going to be something new. There's always going to be a new console that's coming out every couple of years, whether it's Microsoft or Sony. Pretty soon, I'm sure within the next 5, 6 years, they'll be coming out with the PlayStation 6. So you always have something new. But that can also be a con in a way that you have to buy something new every year. But that is a pro for sure. The ease of use. Console is much easier to learn, much easier to master than a PC is. You get your controller, there's you plug your game in, you download the game on the app, boom, you're ready to go. You're rolling. You don't have to mess with any settings, any displays, nothing. You're ready, you're rocking, and you're rolling. So that's huge. That's super nice, super easy. So for some of the younger generation that just wants to play the game, definitely go with that. And also, I mean, who else do you like to game with them with your buddies? And sometimes when you go on vacation, you want to relax and play a game. With console, it's a lot easier to pick up a console, your controls, plug it into a TV somewhere else, and play there. With a PC, that's damn near impossible. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to pick up your PC and take it somewhere or move it somewhere. It's stuck where it is, which, it is what it is. That's not a major factor, but it is definitely a con or a pro in my opinion to a console. So let's get into some cons in PC. Obviously, number one, price. PCs are right now, the price of PCs right now are through the freaking roof. Like, they're extremely, a high end PC, you're probably talking almost $4,000 or $5,000 right now with a graphics card, a CPU, a motherboard, everything that goes into them. Especially if you're getting a pre-built one, you could probably build one cheaper. But if you're getting one that's already built, you're going to spend a lot of money. Like I said, it's kind of like an investment. So that's definitely a big con for it. They're extremely expensive right now. And also, say you do buy a cheaper PC and you want to upgrade it yourself. Good luck trying to find a graphics card right now. They are absolutely insane. So that's another thing. That's another con you have to worry about. It took me forever to find a decent graphics card. I just found a 3070 on Facebook Marketplace. I think I paid like $700 for it. MSRP for that card is like roughly $500. So I mean, like right now they're absolutely through the roof. So that's something you need to be concerned about if you're looking into maybe buying a cheaper PC and upgrading it. And then last but not least, it's difficult to learn. Like I said, I've been playing PC for like maybe a year and a half, 2 years. It's a challenge learning a whole new style of gaming with the mouse, keyboard, and learning how to go in there and put your computer in a game mode and making certain games like I don't know, like manager mode or something like that to make sure that the PC runs that game as high as potential as possible. Then you have to go in and download a bunch of software for your graphics card, a bunch of software for your CPU. So there's a lot more that goes into PC gaming than there's console. Console, you plug and play, you're ready to go. Obviously, you can do some upgrades and stuff, but when you're talking PC, like I said, you got graphics card, you got CPU, you got your motherboard, you got storage, you've got RAM. There's just so much you can do with it, and it can be overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. You got to go into your settings and change a lot of your settings to make the displays, look good. Make sure that your games are running at optimal. Everyone talks about how nice it is because they look so much better, play so much better, but they don't talk about how difficult it can be to finally get the game to actually run at its most optimal ability. So that's definitely a con. I'm still learning now, and I still have to look up videos on how to do certain things and what's the best optimal settings for this and what's the best optimal settings for that. So that's definitely something to take a look at. If you're looking to just plug and play and go, it definitely counts. It's going to be a way to go. But if you're looking to learn something new and want to try to challenge PC, obviously is something as well. So let's take a look at some cons of console. First of all, the lack of customization with the console is kind of a bummer. You basically got your console and that's it. So you can't get you a nice, cool looking keyboard or cool looking PC. They have different colors of PCs that you can have. Different kinds of plexiglass on the side. You can basically see the whole thing. Different colored fans and all different kinds of LED lighting. To where console, you're kind of limited to just whatever Sony or Microsoft comes out with. Now, I will say they made them look a lot better. In the recent years, they do look better, but that's kind of a con. I know it's not much, but it matters to me a little bit. I know I'm a little crazy there. Also, like I mentioned before, it's a pro that they have something new's coming out every year. But I also look at that as a con because now you have to spend more money to buy the new console if you're looking to do that. So you're spending money. You're spending more money on that in the long run than you are maybe a PC that you pay a little bit more up front. But guess what? That PC is going to last you for years on end, where 3 or 4, let's say more like 5 or 6 years down the road, Sony or Microsoft's going to come out with a new, they're going to come out with a new console that you're going to want to get. So that's definitely a con. And also, last but not least, it's just not as optimal. Not as optimal as a PC. You can't do all the different upgrades with your graphics card and make the game run and clear and smoothly as you can on a PC. But so, in conclusion, I think both are really well rounded, and it kind of depends on you where you are in your situation. If you have the money, I would highly suggest buying a PC. If you don't, obviously stick with console and don't feel bad about it. There's nothing wrong with it. You're going to get a great gaming experience with the new consoles. They're still really good. They're still really fun to play on. Like I said, PC is it's more of an investment. So like I said, if you had the money, definitely look into getting a PC for overall performance and customability. Customization, I'll say. Let me rephrase that. Customization. So, and all in all, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, please leave a like. Please leave a like on this video. Comment down below. What do you guys play on? Do you guys play on PC, console? How long have you been playing on it? What's your preferred game to play? And do you think consoles better than PC? It's really an opinion, I think, but those are kind of some of the major pros and cons that I can think of playing on both. Also, if you enjoy the video in the background, there'll be a Twitch link in the description down below. Go ahead and click on that link. You might be able to catch some of my live streams. Who knows? I might even be streaming right now. So stop on by, catch up the live stream, hit that follow button and that bell so you know when I go live, and I will talk to you guys next time.